Hey everybody, what's happening? I want to talk to you a little bit today about functional and what is so important about being functional. Now, when it comes to adapt for life philosophies, it really is the core of what we talk about. Because being functional, what does it translate to? It means being correct. And what I mean by that is, for example, if you look at me and I have one arm. Well, it would not be very functional for me in my personal training to spend a lot of time, if any time at all, on my right cross or doing anything with my right arm because it's not functional. It wouldn't be right. It'd be much more functional for me to work on my back fist, for me to work on other avenues, master them to make up for the fact I don't have one arm or have one arm. You see, everybody is like, you don't have to be disabled in order to think like that. Now, there are strengths to somebody who is disabled because, and this is my message to people out there who are disabled, is do you realize the hidden strengths you have within yourself? The fact that every single day you get up and do certain things, brush your teeth, put your pants on, or get dressed, or whatever it is you're doing to function in your life, that right there is you adapting. And when you're able to adapt, you're able to be functional. And that's really the key. So it comes down to, it doesn't matter what age you are, you have to be functional in what you're doing. Usually older people are wiser, so they tend to be a little more functional. What I'm trying to do here with Adapt for Life, and what we're trying to do at Sifu Corp, is to teach people to understand that these philosophies, these principles that we talk about in being functional, they're already deep inside of you. They're already what you do when you are successful. And when you think about it, what do you do in your life that you do that is not the correct way to do it without getting bad results? Think about that. I mean, whatever it is that you're doing in your life and you're successful at it, the reason why you're successful is because it's functional for you. It's functional either in the combination of the way you're doing it, the way you approach it, the way it's applied, etc., etc. It doesn't matter. The issue is, can you be purposely functional? Can you look at yourself in the mirror and decide what is functional and what is not functional? And that's really where your strength comes from. I have lots of weaknesses, I'll tell you that right now. But my strengths, and one of my biggest strengths, is being able to look at myself. And of course it happened a lot because of being in a car accident when I was young, losing my arm, and then 15 years later, getting another accident and hurting my neck. And so from those things happening to me, it forced me to be more functional than most people have to be. And this is why I talk about people, when you have a disability, you know how much more functional you are than people that don't have disabilities? So you need to draw from that strength that you have deep inside. And everybody has this inside of them. It's nothing special. It's not a secret. It's just, how can you catch it? And how can you learn to teach yourself how to be functional? Well, first of all, let me tell you, it's not a one-time thing. I constantly have to work on being functional. Right now I'm going through, I'm back in physical therapy with my neck, and, I had neck surgery about a year and a half ago. So it's constantly, always, I'm adapting in order to be functional. And that's really what it comes down to. That's how you're able to succeed in life, whatever it is, in business, in your personal life, in your romance, with your relationships with your friends, everything. How do you make it functional? How is it, am I going to purposely make this work for me? Well, there's lots of different ways to do it. The main thing, though, is understanding yourself. And what I mean by that is, what's inside of your head? Are you listening to yourself tell you negative things? Are you listening to other people tell you negative things? Are you putting things in your head that are not true? Even if it's a positive thing. For example, I have lots of students, and I meet people all the time, and have over my decades of teaching, and I've met people that have come to me and, oh yeah, I know this and I know that, and then the reality is they don't, because their training wasn't functional, because they didn't go in and actually train functionally. I mean, that's the key to JKD, is to be functional, to train in what works for you, apply what is necessary, apply what works. So my message to you is, you need, no matter what it is, I don't care if it's in your personal life, I don't care if it's in your business life. I don't care if it's in your it doesn't matter. If it's you physically looking at yourself and saying, I need to lose weight, I need to get better at this, you need to be functional. Going back to myself, I have a hurt neck, and so I can't go out and do the things I used to do 20 years ago. It doesn't mean I can't, work around and adapt. And that's why I always look at what I can do and not what I can't do. And that's one of the ways to being functional. So hopefully people will understand that there's no secret to life. There's no secret to being success. It's just about the principles of being functional, and you have to adapt to get to be functional, because life is not guaranteed. You never know what's going to happen to you. The world's going to throw things at you. You have other people. You can't control other people. You can't control what the world does. You can't control circumstances outside the realm of you. And so the best thing for you to do as a martial artist, how do martial artists, how do Navy SEALs, how do people in the military, how do we deal with crisis? How do we deal with someone attacking us? How do we deal with a fight? How does this happen? Training. What does training apply? Being functional. That's why martial artists can fight, because we train. That's why Navy SEALs are the baddest, some of the baddest men walking this planet. I don't want to, but Rangers and Force Recon and a bunch of bad guys walking around on this planet, and we know it's because of their training, because they have functional training. So just please remember to be functional in everything you do and adapt for life.